Right, this is the next project. It's a 100 litre water tank I'm going to add. It's going to go in there under the bed. Step back. Because I've got this reverse osmosis water purification system, and in the process it wastes. I think it uses about 2/3 water you can use, and 1/3 is wasted, which basically goes down the drain. And so it's not over water efficient. It's alright if you're hooked up to water, which I am quite often, or got very easy access to water. But it does seem a bit of a waste, and it means if you put three cans of water in your tank, one of them's gone down the drain. So the plan is to fill this tank up and have the surplus water go into my other tank, which I only use for the washing machine, the shower, hand washing, the sink tap, for the kitchen basin. So this will be purely for my drinking water. So even though it's residue water from the filter, it has been filtered. So it's got come down here, there's like a particulate filter, a carbon filter, I can't remember all the filters, another filter up here. There's our own reverse osmosis membrane, and so it's been filtered. The residue's filtered. There's nothing in it. It has also got the UV thing, but that's only on the output of the drinking water. But I've got some tank couplers. I've got a ball valve that I'm going to put in, so it can be. I can just hook it up. I've got my cable hooked up. It can just be hooked up to like a hose, fill up and done. But I'm going to have to add a secondary water pump. But I'm probably going to, for now, I think I'm going to convert it over to 240. That's a shore flow. That's a shore flow pump. That's a shore flow pump. That's the motor off the original one that went wrong on this truck. So I'm going to convert this 12-volt pump into a 241 by taking the black bit off and putting it on there. It's a bit long-winded. So there's some various fittings, filters to go on, pipes. Oh, hang on, there's another bit missing here. Let me get that. Yeah, and this is going to be the fill point from the outside of the truck. So it's a standard, I don't know what you call it, hose lock, quick couple fitting. And it has got a non-return valve in, and it does need a reasonable amount of pressure to actually open the non-return valve. So having someone contaminate it is going to be contaminate your water tank. It's going to be fairly low. It's not like you can just take the cap off and pour something in that shouldn't be in there. But yeah, that's that project. It's going to go there. Got these bits of hose, this bit left over from another job. That one is from the other the filtration, so I can fill up from anywhere. But I'm going to cannibalise that for now and then replace it. But so it just needs must want to get the project done. But yeah, that's where it's going to go. Right, I've got to a sort of a point. Let's jump in here. Yeah, so it's connected, fixed down. I just used a ratchet strap to fix it down, and some screw-in hooks into the timber frame. The timber frame screwed to the floor. I was going to make up some metal work and do a clamp and stuff across the top, but it's not going to go anywhere. It's solid. But yeah, so there's the input, and there's a ball valve on there. That's the like an overflow stroke vent, so when the pumping the water out, it's not going to collapse the tank. That's obviously the feed. It's got a dip tube that goes to the bottom of the tank. There's a pump. I've converted that to from 12 volts to 240 by changing the motor. I've still got, I'm a connection short because I had a little change of plan. I was going to make the water filtration system solely connected to this tank, but I think what I'm going to do is make it so down in here there's, I can't remember which pipe it is now. Anyway, down in here I'm going to put a changeover valve so I can run it off either the tank under the truck or this one, so I can switch and change it over. But that's going to, I just need a couple of valves and some connections, and because I've done it that way, I now need two connections. And I was going to use the one out the other cupboard where it connected and just use that on the end of this pump, but I now need a second one. And yeah, it's gone alright. I've still got to put the thread this pipe through. That's got to go through to connect up to the other tank, and I've still got to put that in and drill a hole to fit that in. But it's getting dark, the ground's wet and horrible where I'm parked, so yeah, it's not laying on your back sort of weather. But so we're getting there. Everything's back together. I put the diesel heater back together, and yeah, I think it's gone alright. Yeah, so 100 litre water tank. I mean, you know what, this will be the last videos of this, but so I've just got to connect that to the other tank and connect that, drill a hole and put it on the outside. So yeah, all done.